divine ones. Something sacred is moving in your direction, and it's not a coincidence, it's a divine alignment. Have you ever felt like the universe was whispering to you, like something huge is about to happen, but you just can't put your finger on it? There was once a man named Elijah, not the prophet, but a regular man with a broken past and a weary heart. He had walked through valleys of rejection, sat in the shadows of loneliness, and cried out to God with questions only silence answered. One day, while waiting for a bus he didn't even want to catch, he struck up a conversation with a stranger. That stranger? A retired pastor. They talked, shared, prayed, and in that moment Elijah didn't just meet a man, he met his turning point. Divine ones, what you think is a random encounter might just be the very moment God has orchestrated to flip the script of your life, a meeting that shifts dimensions, one conversation, one connection, one divine appointment, and everything changes. You're not watching this video by mistake, you didn't scroll to this point by accident. No, you were led here. Because what I'm about to share with you, it's a confirmation, a holy whisper turned into a roar. God has decided your life-changing meeting is near. As the great A.W. Tozer once said, God never hurries. There are no deadlines against which he must work, only to know this is to quiet our spirits and relax our nerves. So divine ones, stick with me. Don't you dare click away. Don't miss this divine download, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand what this meeting is about, you'll be spiritually prepared to receive it, embrace it, and step boldly into the destiny it unlocks. Let's begin. Number 1, God is a master planner. Divine ones, let's begin with this truth that shatters illusions. God is not winging it. The creator of galaxies doesn't operate off last-minute plans or cosmic guesswork. The divine blueprint of your life was inked in eternity long before you ever breathed Earth's air. The moment you cried your first cry, heaven already had a timeline, a sacred sequence filled with divine appointments, setbacks that are really setups, and connections that may have temporarily slipped through your fingers but were never truly lost. You see, what looks like chaos to us is choreography to God. Every door that slammed in your face wasn't rejection, it was redirection. The job you didn't get, the relationship that dissolved, the opportunity that slipped away, these weren't failures, they were filters. God was filtering out anything and anyone that couldn't carry the weight of your destiny. You were never abandoned, only rerouted. And divine detours often feel like delays when in fact they're grace in disguise. Remember the story of Joseph? Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. But even in prison, God was planting seeds. The chance meeting with Pharaoh's cupbearer wasn't chance at all, it was strategy. That encounter, seemingly random and buried in despair, became the bridge to his breakthrough. What looked like confinement was actually the construction site of his calling. Joseph wasn't being punished, he was being positioned. The same is true for you. That stirring you feel in your spirit, that meeting or breakthrough you're sensing on the horizon, it's not a random feeling, it's a memory from heaven, an echo of something written in your spiritual DNA. God is not just the author, he is the finisher. And he hasn't forgotten your assignment. In fact, he's orchestrating things behind the scenes with more precision than any symphony. So when life feels silent, still, or even stalled, remember, you are not lost, you are not late, you are on schedule. The divine timeline is still ticking, right on cue. Heaven is not panicking, and neither should you. You're not being punished, you're being positioned for something greater than you imagined, something marked on heaven's calendar with your name on it. Number 2, you've been prepared through the storm. Let's be honest, angels, it's been tough. Life hasn't just thrown pebbles at you, it's hurled boulders. And while the world saw your tears, your silence, your isolation, they missed the divine alchemy taking place within you. That pain, oh, it wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every sleepless night you questioned your worth, every friend that turned into a ghost, every door slammed in your face, it was all chiseling you into who you're meant to become. Like fire purifies gold, your spirit was refined in the furnace of trials. Here's the truth. Before a warrior ascends, they are forged in battle. And before a king or queen ever touches the throne, they must learn the weight of the crown. Historically, royal heirs went through years of training in diplomacy, combat, philosophy, and leadership. Ancient Egyptian pharaohs were educated in mystery schools long before they ruled. Japanese samurais were disciplined in mental and spiritual fortitude just as much as in swordplay. Even modern-day monarchs are shaped by relentless preparation before they ever lead a nation. And you, dear angel, have been no different. Your heartbreak, that was your emotional training. Your betrayals, spiritual discernment school, your loneliness, time for divine downloads. The universe doesn't promote prematurely. What looks like a delay is often divine timing, aligning your destiny with your readiness. You were not abandoned, you were being equipped. Because when the life-changing moment finally arrives, when the opportunity you've prayed for is placed before you, you won't fumble it. You'll rise to meet it with wisdom gained in the valley, with strength sculpted by storms, with grace born from grit. And here's the most beautiful part. Your glow isn't artificial. It's the light of someone who's been through darkness and decided not to stay there. It's spiritual radiance. It's royal energy. So if it feels like you're being stretched, refined, or even hidden right now, take heart. Even diamonds spend ages buried before they shine. Your time is coming. Not just to be seen, but to step into the room you were born to reign in. And when that divine meeting happens, whether it's with a person, a purpose, or a platform, you won't be caught off guard. You'll be ready, gloriously, unshakably, divinely ready. Number 3, the person you're meant to meet is being prepared too. Here's something wild. Divine ones, something your soul might already sense, but let me bring it into the light with clarity and purpose. You are not the only one being prepared. While you're walking through your transformation, shedding old skins, learning sacred lessons, healing wounds, aligning with your purpose, the person who is destined to be a significant part of your divine journey is also being shaped, tested, refined, and matured in their own sacred process. Whether it's a kingdom spouse, a divine mentor, a soul-aligned business partner, or a destiny helper who will unlock the next chapter of your spiritual mission, they're not idle while you're evolving, they're becoming too. It's easy to assume that delays in divine timing are about us. Maybe we're not ready enough, or we've missed the mark. But let's be honest, sometimes it's not about one soul lagging behind. It's about both souls becoming synchronized in divine timing. The universe, the creator, the source, whatever name you give that higher intelligence, isn't in a rush to slap two unripe fruits together. No, it's cultivating a harmony, like a symphony where each instrument must be tuned, practiced, and aligned to play the masterpiece it was written for. Divine timing is orchestration, not coincidence. From a metaphysical and even quantum perspective, everything is energy, and when two energies are vibrating at similar frequencies, their paths are magnetized. That's not just romantic fluff, it's resonance. Physics confirms that two tuning forks vibrating at the same frequency will eventually begin to ring in unison. Spiritually, this applies to you and that destined connection. Your energies must resonate before the meeting can manifest. So here's the divine wisdom. Don't curse the wait. Consecrate it. Every lesson, every quiet season, every no or not yet is part of the refining fire. Two broken people can trauma bond, sure, but they can't build a divine empire. Only two refined souls, whole in themselves, healed in their own right, can create the kind of kingdom impact that shifts legacies and echoes in eternity. Keep becoming. Stay aligned. Because when that orchestration hits its crescendo and you meet them, oh, divine one, it won't be chaotic, it'll be confirmation. Number 4, you'll know it's divine by the peace. Not every person who crosses your path is heaven sent, and not every meeting is a divine appointment. But when it is, oh, you'll know. Not in your head, not from overanalyzing texts or second-guessing conversations, but deep in your spirit, where truth resonates and anxiety evaporates. Divine meetings carry a distinct spiritual signature, no confusion, no static, no emotional tug-of-war. Instead, they usher in a peace that makes no sense to the natural mind, but feels completely right in the soul. Think of Ruth and Boaz. Their meeting was more than chance. It was orchestrated by divine timing. Ruth wasn't out there looking for a husband. She was simply being faithful, gleaning in the fields, showing loyalty to Naomi. And yet there he was, Boaz, not just a provider, but a redeemer. The connection was organic, not pressured. It wasn't lust, it wasn't manipulation, it was provision wrapped in purpose. The same can be said of David and Jonathan. The Bible says their souls were knit together, which in Hebrew suggests a bond woven by divine threads, not mere emotional chemistry. There was no ego, no envy, just covenant-level loyalty. That's how you know it's God. God is not the author of confusion. 1 Corinthians 14:33. His movements are marked by clarity, peace, and alignment. So if someone enters your life and brings turmoil, indecisiveness, or manipulation disguised as romance or friendship, don't mistake that storm for a sign. That's spiritual noise, not a heavenly signal. But when the right person steps into your life, it'll feel like the volume of the world suddenly goes down, and your spirit tunes into a frequency only heaven could have designed. There will be confirmation, not just in circumstances, but in the still, small voice of peace. This isn't about fairy tales or fantasies. It's about recognizing the supernatural markers of alignment. Divine meetings carry a sense of purpose and timing. They often come when you're least focused on finding someone and most centered in your spiritual walk. That's when God shows off, dropping destiny into your day like a whisper wrapped in light. If you've ever felt that overwhelming sense of this is right, not because it's perfect, but because it's peaceful, lean in, because that's not just emotion, that's heaven saying yes. Number 5, obedience is your GPS. Divine ones, let's talk about how God moves, not always with fireworks, but often with whispers, nudges, and quiet instructions. We love the idea of having the full blueprint, the detailed 10-year plan complete with a divine map and glowing signs, but God, in His infinite wisdom, rarely works that way. He may not show you the entire staircase, but He will always give you the next step. The instruction might be simple. Call this person, go to this place, apply for that job, or even take the long way home today. And while it may not look like much in the moment, obedience to these small directions often triggers a chain reaction in the spiritual realm. It's easy to overlook these moments because they don't come wrapped in lightning bolts or angel choirs, but the Bible shows us time and again that divine intervention is often packaged in the ordinary. Take Naaman, the commander of the Syrian army. In 2 Kings 5, he had leprosy and was desperate for healing. The prophet Elisha didn't come out and wave his hand dramatically. Instead, he sent a message. Go wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River. That instruction felt beneath Naaman too simple, too plain, not nearly theatrical enough. He almost walked away from his miracle because the method didn't meet his expectations. But when he finally obeyed, he was healed completely. What a powerful reminder that God's miracles don't always come dressed for a parade. Obedience, especially in the mundane, activates divine alignment. It positions you in the right place at the right time, often unlocking blessings you didn't even know were being prepared for you. One yes can lead to an open door, a new connection, or an unexpected breakthrough. Think about Ruth. Her decision to follow Naomi led her straight into the lineage of King David and ultimately Jesus Christ. A simple, I'll go with you, changed everything. So the next time you feel that quiet nudge, don't dismiss it. Don't wait for clarity when God is asking for trust. Your miracle might not look like a mountaintop moment. It might look like a Tuesday conversation, a random detour, or an ordinary handshake. But the divine lives in the details. Say yes to the small things and watch God do the big things. Number 6, the enemy will try to distract you right before it happens. Pay close attention now. This is not just a poetic warning, it's a spiritual reality many overlook. The closer you move toward your divine appointment, your God-ordained moment of elevation, breakthrough, or revelation, the louder the chaos around you becomes. It's not coincidence, it's not bad luck, it's spiritual strategy. Old patterns you thought were buried will start tapping on your door again. That addiction you thought you beat, it'll whisper your name. Toxic people who vanished from your life may suddenly pop up with fake apologies or unfinished drama. Emotions you thought you healed from, fear, doubt, anxiety, will rise like ghosts from your past. Why? Because the enemy can sense the shift in your spirit before you even fully understand it yourself. This isn't just folklore or feel-good advice. It's grounded in biblical truth and spiritual law. Before Jesus stepped into his world-changing ministry, he faced temptation in the wilderness for 40 days. The enemy tried to derail him before he could even begin. That wasn't random, it was strategic. The wilderness was a proving ground. And when you're about to level up spiritually, your wilderness will show up too. Spiritual warfare isn't just attacks. It's resistance to your next level. The louder the noise, the clearer the signal that you're near the threshold of transformation. And here's the plot twist most people miss. The battle is not a sign you're failing. It's your confirmation that you're almost there. Think of it like turbulence before a plane lands. That final stretch before touchdown shakes the hardest. So when the pressure rises, it's not the time to give in. It's the time to lean in. Don't let the storm convince you you're off track. It's proof that something sacred is approaching. So stay alert, stay rooted. Your soul knows the path. And that divine meeting, the one you've been praying for, the one God designed just for you, isn't delayed. It's drawing near. That's why the distractions are screaming louder, because the enemy's trembling, your light's getting brighter, and heaven's aligning to meet you where your faith dares to walk. Keep going. The warfare is just the final drum roll before your divine debut. Number 7, this meeting will activate a new season. Divine ones, this is not just a conversation, it's a confirmation, a divine echo from heaven that something long awaited is now aligning. You're not here by chance. You didn't stumble into this moment. This meeting, whether with a mentor, a soul connection, a destiny helper, or even a spiritual revelation, is orchestrated by divine timing. It's like turning a key in a lock that's held your potential captive for years. And suddenly it opens, not with resistance, but with readiness. When that lock clicks, it's not just a physical unlocking, it's spiritual clearance. Assignments become clearer, and paths that once seemed clouded are suddenly bathed in clarity. There's a sacred alignment that happens when you step into a divinely timed meeting. Have you ever heard of Kairos time? In ancient Greek, unlike Chronos, which is ordinary sequential time, Kairos is God's opportune moment, a window of purpose that defies logic. This isn't just emotional hype or positive vibes, it's a spiritual upgrade. You may feel your heart flutter, your intuition sharpen, or your dreams intensify. That's your soul responding to a vibrational frequency higher than the norm. It's spiritual electricity. And here's the beautiful paradox. The shifts won't always make sense. Your finances might not show it yet. Your outer world might look the same, but the inner world transformed. You'll walk differently, think differently, speak differently. People might say you're acting brand new, but that's because your spirit is no longer living in delay. You're in acceleration. Heaven has hit fast forward on what you've prayed for. And when favor shows up, it won't follow logic. It will break protocol. Suddenly you're called to rooms you didn't apply to. You're handed opportunities you didn't chase. That's not random, that's divine positioning, because God didn't just decide to bless you, He decided to position you. And positioning is different than promotion. Promotion comes with applause. Positioning comes with purpose. It might feel quiet, even lonely at times, but you'll be standing exactly where heaven needs you to be. Like Queen Esther stepping into the palace. For such a time as this, your divine moment won't ask for permission. It will command alignment. So expect it, divine ones. Expect shifts. Expect favor that doesn't make sense. And most of all, expect you to rise to dimensions you've never imagined, because this isn't just confirmation. It's activation. Divine ones, listen closely. This life-changing meeting is not coming because you begged for it. It's not coming because you manipulated your way into it. It's coming because God decided. And when He decides, no force can block it. Not time, not fear, not failure, not even you. So stay spiritually awake. Be expectant. Be prepared, because something holy is headed your way, and it has your name on it. As Isaiah 60:22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." This is that time. Stay ready, divine ones, because heaven already said yes. Watch until the end. Reread if you must, but whatever you do, don't miss your moment. Your divine appointment is closer than you think, God decided, and that settles it.